Hi guys, what's up, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janine. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit it now. This video is a continuation of the last video. If you ain't checked it out, then check it out now. I'll be telling you guys today about how my first trimester went, so stay tuned. Alright, first trimester guys. So from the last video, I told you guys how I found out I was pregnant. So I'm going to continue from there. So once you find out you're pregnant, you need to go and book yourself an appointment with the GP. Now, I was having some really bad cramping. So basically I did a urine dipstick test and it came back positive for proteins and ketones and I think leukocytes as well. So I clearly had a urine infection. I tried to make an appointment with my GP, told them, you know, what was going on. They was telling me about coming back almost a month later, but I'm telling you, this GP, I need to just change them. I've done the urine test myself. I can see I've got a UTI. So after one of my shifts, I go to an early pregnancy unit. So I got prescribed some antibiotics. That is safe for pregnancy. Then they sent me for an early scan. That's also when I found out how far along I was as well. Because it was early on in the pregnancy, they did a transvaginal scan using one of these beautiful things. I was just like, where's that going? I reckon I already knew where that goes. So they did the scan and then the lady was like, I don't know how you feel about the pregnancy, but would you like to see it? Would you like to see the screen? Yeah, show me. So then I looked at the screen and all I saw was this little blob. Literally, it didn't even look like anything, but you could see it flickering. So the heart was already forming and the baby already had a heartbeat. I was just like, damn. At the point she was like, yeah, you're 8 weeks pregnant. Obviously working out the calculations. Yes, I was like, that seems correct. But yeah, it was amazing to see the heartbeat that early on. But everything was fine. The baby was in the right place. They wanted to make sure it wasn't an ectopic pregnancy, which might have been the reason for the cramping. So I think it was just my body just getting used to it. And I think it was also the UTI. So I took the antibiotics. Eventually the UTI went away. I retested myself and yeah, the UTI had gone. I drank a lot of cranberry juice as well and just started to try and eat healthy. Other than that, I literally had absolutely no other symptoms for the first 8 weeks. I didn't even know that I was pregnant. I might have had an inkling, but I hadn't had it confirmed. I was feeling fine. I was just a little bit tired, as I said before, but I was just getting on with things, getting on with life. If you guys have seen some of my old videos, you'll see that I do play acting. So I literally went to America for, I think it was 2 weeks. We did a tri-state tour. So we went to Washington, we went to Maryland, and we went to, what's it called? Harlem, where we performed the plays. So yeah, first trimester, absolutely no problems. It was a breeze, it was good, and I had no issues. I'm gonna go on to the second trimester and just tell you guys what happened. My body had a shock to the system. I did not expect this. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Right, second trimester now. Do you know what, it's so funny videoing here because people walk past and they just look at you. But I need the light, okay? I need the daylight, so I'm not gonna shut my blinds. So as you know, the really bad pregnancy symptoms can come on anytime, but usually people say they come on during the first and the third trimester. Not for your girl here. Second trimester, literally the first week is when it hits me like a ton of bricks. During one of my shifts, my heart rate just started to go up. My heart was just beating bare fast. The next thing, I started feeling dizzy. Started feeling like I'm gonna drop down and faint. Just came on like that. So I was so embarrassed, oh my gosh. They put me to lie down on one of the couches. One of the GPs came and checked on me. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. They put my legs up, my feet up, they did my blood sugar. Working my work has its benefits. You know, at least I was looked after during the time. Could have been at home by myself. And the sister, she was not taking no chances. She booked an Uber to go to the other hospital and get checked out. After I got checked out, I came back to work. So I waited at work for a little bit longer, just till I made sure that I felt better enough to drive home, which I did. Alright, I got my food now, I can continue. Anyway, so got home, slept. Then I was feeling hungry at around 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got up to make myself some tea and some crackers. I remember exactly what it was. So, sitting in the dining room here, at the table, drinking my tea, eating the crackers, Next thing, as soon as it touched my stomach, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the biggest projectile vomit came out of me. Like, it was just like The Exorcist. I didn't even have time to go to the toilet. I literally walked to the door, which is there. As I got to the door, a whole nother batch of fresh vomits came out again. And then I made it to the toilet, constantly vomiting. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Now, as I said, it's 2 in the morning. People are sleeping. My mum and my sister now woke up. She's opened the bedroom door to see vomit all on the floor there. I was still in the toilet throwing up. She came and gave me like ice water. Oh my day. So this went on till I don't know what time in the morning, and eventually got some sleep. Then the next morning I tried to have some breakfast. Same thing happened. As soon as it went to my mouth, it was coming out. This went on for 3 days now. At this point I was feeling weak. On top of that, I had the worst headache ever. It was literally felt like concussion. So I'm being sick, I'm throwing up, I've got like really bad headache, I'm weak at this point because I can't do nothing. I'm just literally just vomiting all day. So I decided to call the midwife because obviously the baby wouldn't be getting the nutrients that it needed. So I told them what was going on. And the midwives were very good. They told me to come to the hospital straight away. I couldn't even drive. My mum and my partner came to the hospital with me. We got an Uber down there. Got there, my partner came in the consultation room with me. They injected me in my butt with some cyclizine, which is an anti-sickness, and they gave me cocodamol for the migraine. I really wasn't keen on taking the cocodamol, but you know, it was at that point where I was just like, I have to. For me personally, my body's quite sensitive to these things. First time I ever had it, I was out of it. I'm not going to tell you what happened. So I was reluctant to take it, but the amount of pain that I was in, I took it. Anyway, I had the cocodamol and I had the cyclizine in my butt. Can you imagine? I told my partner, like, don't look like he ain't seen it already. So I came out of there. Them stuff hit me quick. I had my partner on one arm and my mum on the other arm, me in the middle, and we're literally walking on the street, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. I was away with the fairies. But I was so grateful. Like, I was just so happy to be out of the pain for a bit. They gave me some cyclizine tablets to take home. Cyclizine injection did work, so I was just so happy that I could eat for that day. So that was 3 days in. I had to go back to the GP and get blood tests to check my iron levels. Obviously they came back really low because I wasn't really getting the intake that my body needed and that the baby needed. They was going to prescribe me some iron tablets, but the GP was like, it'll probably make me feel even more sick. So I just went out and bought some Floridex, which is like liquid iron, and took that instead. So then after that, I was taking the cyclizine tablets. They didn't work straight away, so again I was still throwing up, still having headaches. Eventually I was signed off of work for a total of just over 3 weeks. Me being an active person that I am, I found it hard to really slow down, and well, I was forced to slow down because I was just knackered. I had no energy because I wasn't eating properly. I lost weight. Furthest I would go is to the shop just to get some fresh air because I was going crazy just being in the house and was just fed up of being sick. At the end of the second trimester is when I felt much better, to the point where we went on a family holiday to Portugal, which was really good. I did take the tablets with me just in case. I think I only ended up taking one. Other than that, you know, I was good. Boy, I'm telling you, that hyperemesis gravidium is no joke. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So that was the second trimester. I also started having hip pains and got referred to physio. So I've been having physio ever since as well. Welcome to the joys of pregnancy, eh? So that is the end of this video. The next video I'll be talking about where I am now. Oh my days, I didn't even mention about the baby scans. You do the Down syndrome test as well, which came back clear. They did mention that he was a little bit small in second trimester, which is understandable because of what was going on. Also, I'm a small person, so I don't expect my baby to be big.
Lift out a little bit. There, you can see the heartbeat. And look at it jumping.
Yeah, it's got hiccups.
Yeah.
You need to drink then. Taking hot chocolate every day.
Look.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. See the heart.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing. And the hand.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, people. See you later. Bye.